Hi guys, so we are back with a new question number 16, which is to copy contents of one file to another. While copying, we have to do some following steps, from which the first is all full stop are to be replaced with commas. Okay, then lowercase are to be replaced with uppercase and uppercase to be replaced with lowercase. Basically, we have to change the case and replace each full stop by comma. So let's just take this thing and let's head on to the text editor and paste this. Let's create a new file input.txt and let's paste this same. So we will invert the case and do some stuff. So here dot full stops are there, small case big case are also there. So what we will do, first of all we have to open this file. So for opening a file we have an keyword open, and then respective to the path we have to give the file path. So basically I am in the this file is stored in fe PPS lab folder. So I have to give that file name, a whole file path. If your file is present in the folder itself, then you can only give this much input.txt or only input.txt or only input if there is only one file with the input name. Else you can also provide this input.txt for more clear understanding of Python. And then if you are from another file, you are accessing this text file, then you can provide a full path, a relative path according to your thing. So this open will return an object which we will store in file. So we created a file variable and are storing the data of this input.txt in this file. So there are many modes, which are R for reading, W for writing, W plus for writing, for creating if the file is not present. So basically we don't need any mode currently. So let's just take, or let's just rename it to input file, as we are also going to paste this content in some another file. So let's just take that output file and open it in the similar way. So let's just create output.txt. So a new file, so output.txt. So let's just clear all thing and output.txt. This is input.txt. So basically now both the files are open. So what we will do is we will read everything from the input file. So let's take content equal to input file dot read. So this method reads everything. We can see by printing it, print content. Let's just execute this. So we got everything from the input.txt. Let's just reduce this other. Let's give some, let's print Python programming language. So let's just add all this and again run this file. So now you can see we got this data. So we can also read single lines using read line function. So if we want only the first line, we can use the read line and we will get only the first line. You can see the next line is present in the file, but still it reads only the first line. If we take again, if we use this function again, then it will read the next line. So content 2. So let's just print content 2, and then you can see here a space, or what we can do is add some string, new line characters, 2 new line character. So this is the first line two new line characters and the second line, which is Python equal to programming language. So like this we can read line, or what we can do is directly read all the lines separately. If we provide here read lines s, then what we will get a list of array including /n also. So /n is included and each line is a separate string in the list. So this is a way to read the files. So basically we will take the read only and we will get all the content. So now we will run an for loop for each I in range of length of content. So basically now we have to modify this according to the question. A full stop are to be replaced with commas, lowercase to uppercase and uppercase to lowercase. So if you think we can directly use content here, then what will happen is if we take I, so if I equal full stop, then we have to modify this I, but here we can't modify this I directly. So what we have to do, we have to take the index using the range and length function, and then according to the index modify the content. So now for each I in length of content, what we will check is if content of I means at that index equal dot means it is an full stop, then what we can do is content of I equal to comma, string comma. So we are basically replacing dot by comma using this if statement. Here I have used single quotes and there double quotes. It doesn't matter as Python consider both as string. So you can use any of the following or also use either. So now each dot would be converted into comma. Let's just execute this and see. Let's just execute this. So string object does not support item assignment. So does not support string is an immutable thing. So what we have to do, we have to convert this into a list. So we will convert this into list. So now it became this list. So basically what happens, string is not mutable, means we can't change the values of the string. So we created a list of that by using list function, and then we can now modify each content. So here if we print the content without modifying, we can see. So here we can see TO space. These are hard to read. What we can do is we can use the join function. So we will use empty string dot join and we will pass this list. So now you will get a string. So now you can see the string. Similarly we will do the same for this below also. Now you can see we have to give here comma. So now you can see each full stop is replaced by comma. Here you can see that. So now we have to check whether it is lower or not. Means if it is lower, then we have to use the uppercase, and if it is uppercase, then we will use lowercase. Basically swap the cases. So if content of I dot lower is lower, I think so, is lower. Let's just print this to see whether it is correct or not. So print content of I dot lower is lower. So if I execute this, then true, false, false. So let's just see, the last thing is comma, so it doesn't have lower. So second last is lower, and language L here false. So let's take another simple example. What we can do is at last print, take a string li, so dot or l, small l dot is lower, and then big L and check is lower. Let's just execute. So smaller is lower gives us true, and other means is lower function exists. So we will just remove this, and then let's add an condition. If content of I dot is lower means it is in lower case, then what we will do is content of I equal to upper content of I. So let's just execute this and see. Upper is not defined, so it should be content of upper, content of I dot upper. So let's just check this, it should run. Yeah, so now each small letter is converted into capital letter, and similarly we will just swap the things, means else what we will do is instead of upper we will change it to lower. So this is lower. So now after executing this, you can see uppercase T is converted to lowercase t, and smaller case o is converted to bigger case o. So basically we have inverted. Now what we have to do is take this content and add it into the output.txt. Currently it is a blank file, so what we can do is we can take output output file dot write, and we will give this this string to the write function, means it will basically write this data into this output.txt. So let's just execute this. So unsupported, not writable, so we have to, I think, provide the mode. So w for write, and now if we execute, so now it executed successfully. Basically the default mode is reading, but if we have to write, then we have to provide the mode of the file. So here also we can provide write read. So basically we are reading. So now we have read and write to this file, we have written to this file. So this was the our basic program to copy this content of this file and then paste it in another. While copying, we have to replace every full stop by comma, and then every invert the case, basically change lowercase letters to uppercase and uppercase letter to lowercase. That's all what we have did. So that's all for this video. Let's meet in our next video with a new question. If you have any doubts regarding any of these questions, you can comment down in the comment section or can join our communities and we can discuss there.